Alright guys, this is the next hired request on my list, and this is no little easy piece. This is from the Nutcracker Suite by Tchaikovsky, and it is someone hired me to do it. It's an orchestral reduction on piano, and it's called, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, Pas de Do. I guess it's French. But P-A-S, well, it's in the title. You can see that. It's a big undertaking, so unless you're a seasoned pianist, this may be something you want to avoid until you temper your skills a little more. So we're going to start off with it here, and I'm just going to assume whoever is undertaking this, that they know the piano fairly well, and you know, in order to get through it, because it's 10 pages just full of music and there aren't any repetitions, so it's going to take a while to get through this. You know, I don't want to discourage you if you're you know, can play pretty well, so you know, give it a shot if you can play pretty well already, but just don't want anybody to get discouraged that you know, wants to try something like this. Work your way up to it, but we're going to take it measure by measure, and here we go. Let's just start with measure 1, and I would look this up on YouTube or take a listen to the original, you know, someone playing this on YouTube or whatever, to get an idea of what this is supposed to sound like. But let's take the first measure, and we're gonna. It's in the key of let's see, looks like key of G here. And we've got some F sharps and then some other sharps thrown in there, but we're going to start with a G chord, G, D, B on the left hand. Now, the bracketing I have, whenever I put something in a bracket, that means you're going to play it, what's supposed to be played together, you know, on the same count. Just save space on the board for me. So, but obviously this first one is so far apart, you might have to roll it if you can't reach that. So it's G, D, B. We're going to roll it up like this. That. Alright, and then the next left hand thing we have is D, G, B up here in the middle of the piano. Right there. Okay, and then let's go ahead and just take that to start with. So these are 2 quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and they are arpeggiated in the score, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 6. In the right hand, we're going to start off with a G above middle C, and then we're going to go to D, B, and then we're going to keep moving up. G, D, B, G, D, B, G, D, B, G. Now what I did here is it comes down after that, but I'm saving a little space on the board by just putting this red bracket. It's telling you to go backwards and play the stuff in the red bracket, because it goes up and then comes down. So essentially what you're doing is G, B, play the top, now come back down. And you don't go down to the G, you just do the stuff in the red bracket, okay? So it's up and then down. Do it one more time. 4, 5, 6. So that's how it goes there. Now putting hands together, we have we play the G with the chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then play this together. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that was coming back. You play this D, G, B with that highest one. It's bracketed, so you play it together, and then you finish. Okay, so I'm trying to explain the pattern here. So let me explain it when we play it one more time, and then we'll just move on measure to measure. Ready, go. Alright, as we move on, it's not really the next measure, it's the second half of the first measure, but the chord changes, so I went ahead and changed measures there. We're going to have the right hand on... doing the same thing. You start with G, top, and then you come back down using the red. Okay? E minor chord, E, G, B. So we did the same thing. We got to the top and then we came back and played the stuff in the red. The left hand's going to have another chord here, E, B, G, like that. Okay, you just roll it up. And then right here you play it all together, B, E, G, like that. And you roll that B, E, G in the middle of the piano. Okay, so we play it the same way. 1, ready, go. Okay, so I got to the top and I came back down. I played this chord with that top one, just like I did over here. Okay, one more time for you. Okay, moving on. Now this is the second measure in the score. And the guy who hired me to do this, if you'll follow your score, that'll probably help too. So you'll have a you know, idea of where we are in the musical score, in the original score. But we're in the second measure now, okay? So all this was just one measure. Now we're continuing on with the same kind of patterns, but we're doing an A minor pattern. We'll start with the left hand here, and we have a C up to A, up to E. And you probably can see me looking this way a lot. I'm looking at the score. I have it on my computer, and I'm making sure that I did it correctly. So C, A, E. Roll that out. And then you're going to come up here to the middle of the piano and do C, E, A, and roll that. Okay, so that's C, E, A there. Now on the right hand, you have middle E, and then we just start going up here. There's the top one, and that's where you play that chord, and then you come back down. Okay, so hands together for this little A minor section sounds like this. Got a lot of music to do here. We're still on the second measure. So starting here with the second measure, the left hand has D, A, F sharp. Like that. We're going to roll it up. And then we're going to continue right here. This is actually part of this. Okay. A, D, F sharp in the middle of the piano. We're going to roll that. Alright. Now the right hand is going to have D, starting right here. D. Come back down. Here's the red. Sorry. There, and then. Now, the funny thing is at the end of this one, it doesn't do this. You know, I should have, normally I put the red bracket there, and it would finish there, but not this time. This time it just goes to here, and then we're going to put this in there, C, F sharp. Okay? So that's what you do for the last one instead of this one, as you're going backwards for the red bracket, okay? Now put hands together, starting right here. Ready, go. That one. See that? I played that one instead. Okay? And that is your full, complete 2 measures. Now we're starting the next line in the score, the third measure. And we're going to go to back to a G major chord, but it's different inversions. But still GBD. So here we go in the third measure. We're going to have left hand as G, D, B. We're going to roll that up. And then we're going to have right hand here on D, G, B. Okay? And then let's just take that much, okay? Alright, right hand's going to have, starting here on the D. That hands together, starting right here. Ready? Go. Now we're going to do the second half of measure 3, which is right here. Okay, and we're going to start with an E minor chord. E, B, G. We're going to roll that up again as well. E, B, G. And then we're going to come up here to B, E, G on the right hand. I'm in the left hand. Roll that, okay? Alright, and the right hand here is going to go bracket like we've been doing. Okay, hands together for that part is starting right here is. Okay, and then we get to this new measure, measure 4, and we're going to start looking here at the left hand. The left hand is going to have C, A, and E. And we roll that up. Now, right here we're going to have A, C, and F sharp, and then an E right here. Okay, and let's just take just that much. Alright, now, which is the half of that measure 4. Now let's look at the right hand. We're going to have G, so looking right there, G, okay, so it's A minor going up, A minor coming down. I wrote all of it out now because the left hand has some more stuff, and to show where that happens, I have to write it all out instead of putting red brackets now. So it's all written out. So now, let us try starting right here. Okay? Ready, go. Do it again, ready, go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? See how the A, C, F sharp went with that one, the top one? The A and the E, that goes together. And then the E goes with the last one. There, right there, and then you have 2 more there. Okay, so notice this goes with that, this goes with that, then you have 2 left. So let's start here one more time. Ready, go. Okay, now we're starting right here, which is going to be the last half of measure 4. And we're going to have a D major chord on the bottom, D, A, F sharp. And then we're going to have a middle C right here, the left hand. Okay, and then A and F sharp together, right, which is right here. This A and F sharp is right there. And then a B, and then an A. Okay. Now let's look at the right hand, which is going to be D, starting on D, D, F sharp, okay, notice how the chord changed up here. Let's put some B's in there. Okay, now if we put hands together, starting right here, go real slow for you, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, notice how the A came in between. There, the B was with that one, with the F sharp and D, and the A comes in between. The A and the F sharp are with this one. They're together. Remember, bracketed stuff happens at the same time. Do it one more time, starting right here. Ready? Go. Okay, now we're going to look at this measure, which is measure 5. And it's going to start off with GD on the bottom there, so GD. And then we're going to go up to BG right here. And then we're going to go down to GDA, which is GDA right here. And then we should have, okay, and then right here we have F sharp C together. That's F sharp C, middle of the piano. And then a single B right there. Okay? Now let's look at the right hand starting right here. We have G and B starting right there. So we have going. So right there, then at the D we have. Takes us all the way to there. All right, we start right here. We put hands together, starting right here. Ready, go. Takes us through to there. Now moving on, we have in the left hand G and D together, which makes a fifth. All right, and then we're going to have we have to play an A right here, a middle A in the left hand right here for the melody, sake of the melody, and then we're going to do okay, G, B. Wait, hold on. Yeah, G, B, G. The way it's written, it's a little confusing on here because they have hands crossing. There's three things going on. There's right hand, or there's the thing on the top. There's left hand bass, and then there's melody in the middle, and they overlap, and sometimes it's confusing. I don't want to, I'll spare you the details, but G, B, G. There. So that's what that is. And then we're going to go back to D, or G, D, A all together. And then we're going to have F sharp C. And that's all we'll have there. F sharp C. Alright, let's look at the right hand. There, we're going to, starting right here, we have so now we're going to try hands together, starting right here, slowly. Next board we'll continue that. There's a little more that the next board will do. Let's do this one again. Watch that A, that A comes in there at the right space, right in between, okay? Here we go, right here again, and there we go, I missed it. I just talked about it, missed it. So right after you played the B, G, the A comes in there. Let's do it again, and go. G, B, G there. Let's start it again. Ready, go. And then we have the next three on the next board. So that is plenty to start with. Let's get to lesson 2.